Hey boys, I hope you're all doing really well. So yes, the big announcement for CA Foundation. What are we discussing about? Let me give you a quick background for all those of my friends from CA Foundation who are watching me for the first time. My name is Rahul Agarwal and I've been blessed with this opportunity to be taking the subject of direct tax at both CA Inter and CA Final level for the past 5 to 6 years. Over my course of the last 5 to 6 years, I've had an amazing chance to speak to so many of the students, engage with them, and try to make sure that the heinous subject of income taxes, become as fun, as easy, and as interesting for every student to take care of. But as I progressed my journey, I've also had the opportunity to look into other subjects. At appropriate stages, I've also taken a bit of accounts, a bit of FM, a little bit of law, audit, every subject for that matter, as you name it, for either a professional setup or in case my friends required me to do so. But at all appropriate stages, while I put in all my efforts to the subjects, sometimes it didn't feel like it was what I was calling for. As much as I shared my love and my passion towards the subject of income taxes, all other subjects did not really excite me to a certain extent. I don't deny the fact that they're amazing subjects, but maybe it just didn't strike me so much. And therefore, in past couple of months, I've been trying to understand and deliberate what other things can I be doing. It was time to introspect, to go back to my roots and understand what was going on. And then it struck me. When I was joining this course as a young commerce student, there was this only one subject which always excited me to the greatest extent possible. That was not accounts. It wasn't economics. It wasn't law as well. It was a subject, the heinous subject, which I'm sure many of you do not like, called as mathematics. Mathematics has always been my core area ever since my schooling times, and I've tried my level best to do the best extent possible for the subject. I have had the wonderful opportunity to always be the topper in my school when it comes to this subject. I remember scoring an SAT 190 on 90 when it came to my 12th standard boards. I also remember getting a CA 49 out of 50, which automatically leveraged my CA to get an first attempt clearance. But unfortunately, after I started joining Inter, the subject of maths was eradicated from the syllabus, and therefore I could not explore this opportunity any further. Ever since I joined Inter, there was only one subject which started exciting me, direct taxes, and therefore that became my passion, my career for the last 10 years. But recently, I was, let's say it was just a calling or probably universe speaking to me. Opportunity clicked up in my current academy where unfortunately the maths faculty had to move away, and therefore an opening came up in the subject. Now, with all mights, I thought I've never tried maths as a subject in the last 5 to 6 years of my teaching, and so therefore let's give it a shot. It took me a couple of trials to come and adjust myself to the same atmosphere which I was in my schooling times. But as I started doing it, I realized something. First is that when I took up the subject of direct tax as an option, it was because of the fact that most of the students always during my preparation stages, post my preparation, post my qualification, students always had this one feeling that direct tax is very voluminous, very lengthy, very complex, very difficult, and therefore they were not able to adjust to it. The subject in itself is vast, and therefore the materials which were given out was very big, very huge. People did not appreciate it so much, and that's when my mind shifted. For me, it was very simple that when I entered the subject of direct taxes, I wanted to make sure that every single person loved the subject as much as I did and would enjoy the subject while it was reading rather than taking it as an obligation. And therefore started this whole journey of making direct taxes easy. The last 2 years have been amazing with me, trying my level best to incorporate something called as a Taxation 101 Rankers Edition. The concept guide, the solutions guide, the MCQ guide, the cheat sheets. Immense amount of love and support has been received from every single student who has been with me in the past couple of years, trying their level best to adjust to my settings and at the same time enjoying the subject, beautifully being so passionate as much as I am about the subject. At that point of time, based on my survey, my review, I also realized that it wasn't just direct taxes which was causing problems. In CA Foundation, there was one other paper, the heinous paper called mathematics, which most of the students never appreciated of. People always had this one difficulty that yes, they do not understand what algebra is, what integral, calculus, every other topic for that matter, and therefore they could not find that ground reality on why should we be accepting a subject like this. Therefore, I realized when direct tax is a subject which people did not appreciate and I could try to make that change for them, why not let's do it for maths. It took me 5 months to personally get accustomed to that same atmosphere which I was in my schooling times, understand the subject, because let's be honest, it's been 10 years. It doesn't happen so easily. And therefore, it took me a while to prepare myself for this. But today, as I reach out before all of you, I'm extremely, extremely happy and very proud to come and tell you that yes, I'm officially entering the field of CA Foundation as your maths faculty as well. Now, maths in itself, for those people who know from foundation, is covered into three different divisions. If you notice the screen itself, paper number 3 talks about business mathematics, logical reasoning and statistics. Now, logical reasoning is, as the word speaks, logical, and therefore there is nothing for me to discuss so much. Statistics also is very formula oriented, and therefore I did not want to play my game into it. I'll be dedicatedly focusing on only the part of mathematics, which will carry almost about 40 marks in your syllabus. My core area, mathematics for you. But what is the big announcement here? This is not something great, Rahul. I think any other faculty can also do it. Let me talk about what I'm here for. For those people who have been in this journey with me for the past 5 to 6 years would have realized that when it comes to me as a teacher, I do not just come and I tell you that this is what the subject is. I also want to ensure that you are at a position where you start loving the subject, you start appreciating the subject, you start enjoying the subject, and that happens with the materials you have in your hand. Unfortunately, when it comes to CA Foundation, most of the faculties prefer to teach the subject from the study material, which is perfectly fine. There is no problem here. It definitely does make sense because yes, you know the subject from your 12th standards itself, and therefore there is nothing new for us to create. But with a subject like mathematics, which is unfortunately become a MCQ paper at your CA foundation level, it's not just about knowing the subject. It's also about understanding the subject. It's also about implementing the subject and ensuring that you are able to cover the question in matter of seconds, because you need to move on forward and complete 100 MCQs on that level, right? And therefore, before I started this project, I also realized we are in dire need of a new material. We want to do something different. The same difference we caused for the Taxation 101 Rankers edition now has to be brought back to CA Foundation. And therefore, I would like to officially announce to you that we now have a new material for your CA Foundation Mathematics. The very new, the very beautiful, the very nice, my months of efforts, my months of blood and sweat going into it. And we have launched something called as the Mathematics 101 Concept Guide. The Mathematics 101 Concept Guide, same logics as how your Taxation 101 Concept Guides are, is to ensure that yes, you are able to cover the syllabus in the least time and efforts possible, covering every single base without any issues. No nonsense approach, giving you only what is required for your syllabus, at the same time giving you extraordinary tips, tricks, and all suggestions on how you should be approaching the questions. The Taxation 101 Concept Guide does not just cover everything from a CA Inter and CA Final perspective. Mathematics 101 Guide now also covers things beautifully for CA Foundation as well. What are we talking about, people? How do you mean that you are doing so much difference here? Let me show you how the material looks like. The material is such beautifully designed, aesthetic design where you would appreciate the subject as much as possible. This is the first of its kind entering the CA Foundation fraternity, where you will now be looking at a CA Foundation maths material so beautifully designed, so beautifully altered, and given to the best extent possible that you will really, really love the subject going forward. Look at the material, look at the design of the material. You would have seen this in your YouTube channels, where you would see the person opening up an iPad and drawing some aesthetic fonts from aesthetic designs, trying to make the subject as curative, as interesting as possible. And those people generally end up becoming a ranker. Here is me preparing a material, making you a ranker already. So you don't have to put the efforts from your side. The efforts have already come in from my end. Look at how the material looks like. Every chapter has been designed with beautiful text, beautiful font, notes given to understand what the topic looks like, charts given so that everything can be summarized in a single sense, arrow marks, font size, designs so that you can understand how to best approach the whole question, exam tips given to you at appropriate stages so that you understand how you should be doing it easier, faster, and quicker, rather than spending time solving the whole question when it comes to maths. And then you move on to the next part of it. Places have also mentioned that this is a theory question. You don't need to spend too much effort onto it, but yes, you need to know it as an MCQ format. Tips, exam tips again given to you. And then you have next chapters, summarized equation list, summarized law list, so that you can look at everything in a single place and you should be able to answer the whole chapter in a single go, rather than reading it in multiple spots. Covered already for you. That is done. And then we have logarithms. Here is me also giving you calculator tricks at appropriate stages itself, people, to come and tell you how do you calculate things on a calculator without using your pen and pencil as well. Those things are also taken care of you from my side. So which means a complete comprehensive material covering every single thing that you need for your exams. Now, here is a small thing. If you notice, we are at page number 4. At page number 4, you notice my chapter number 1 is already over. A chapter number 1 of your maths is already done in a matter of 4 sites. The same chapter, which if you go through your study material, would probably be almost about 40-45 sites. Let's check quickly. Yes, so this is your chapter number 1, ratio and proportion indices. If you notice, 44 sites are here in your study material, which has been covered in merely 4 sites, which means 1/11th of the efforts have gone here. Yes, you don't even have to spend too much time on your study material. Everything is covered here itself. That is the kind of difference which this material is making. Which then brings the question, Rahul, if one chapter is taking only 4 sites, in how many pages have you completed this chapter? What exactly is this question bank? What exactly is this concept guide looking like? Here is the difference. Here is the difference which I was talking about. Notice, people, as I told you, when it comes to your mathematics, mathematics comprises of about 8 chapters. Yes, in this 8 chapters, let me clarify to you, the 8th chapter talks about differential integration and calculus. Yes, now if you have already started your CA foundation journey, you would know that most faculties would come and tell you that this is a chapter which is best avoided because the content is huge, the memory power here required is too much, the solving is not very easy, and at the same time in CA foundation it only fetches 2 marks. I'm going to give you the same suggestion, which means this chapter is not part of my book as well. Yes, it will not be part of this material. It is not there in this topics, which means I now have to cover 7 chapters, which will almost carry about 38 marks. Which will almost carry about 38 marks in your syllabus. 7 chapters, 38 marks. Challenge given to me and accepted very beautifully. We have covered this whole thing in a matter of 24 sites. We have completed the whole maths in 24 sites, people, which means for your exam to fetch 38 marks, you simply have to read 24 sites and you are done. You are done. Imagine 40 marks you need for your exams, 38 marks is covered in 24 sites. You have logical reasoning for another 20 marks, which you can easily score off. Statistics, just have to remember a bit of a formula to get the answers off, and you are done with maths. Which means now maths is no more a nightmare. For those people who have a worry, Rahul, 40 itself is difficult in maths, this material will now promise you at least a 70-80. For those people who can put in a little more effort, 90 plus in your exams of maths. Imagine getting 90 plus in maths. Is it a dream? No. This has today become a reality with me. With me, we are going to do 24 sides for completing your 38 marks of syllabus, and that's it. And that's it. That is the kind of difference we are creating, people. Look at how beautifully the material is designed, the logics given to you everywhere, the formats given to you so that you can understand, formulas summarized in a single side so that you can understand everything properly. Not just that, I've also given you tips on how you should be approaching a question from exam. If you get a question, how do you approach it? You can either use factorization method, differentiation method, rationalization method. If nothing of that is something you understand, go forward and simply use calculator and you should get the answer. How you should put it on the calculator and you will get the answer. That has also been answered for you. Trust me, people, these kind of things are not there as a part of your study material. You would not find this in your study material. So no. It is not that I have taken the study material, just summarized it and given to you. No, this has taken efforts. This has taken analysis. This has taken months of preparations to reach to you at this stage. Look at the material. Yes, every chapter has colors. Every chapters complicated like permutations also have examples given to you so that you can understand how to approach the example. That is the kind of efforts which has gone into the material, people. No jokes here, absolutely no jokes. Seriously put efforts, which if you read the material you will understand the kind of difference we are creating. Yes, so this is the greatest launch which I'm making for you all at CA foundation level. Use the best extent possible of this material, the amazing material which I'm sure you will not find anywhere in this whole market. You can put it on my record and tell that. Yes, no one is ever going to give you such an effort for CA foundation. I am doing that for you. Let's take this up very promisingly, people, because yes, you are going to make a difference in CA Foundation Maths with this material. That's my promise to you. That is my promise to you. But is that sufficient, Rahul? Can you just look at the material 24 sides with just theory and complete it off? No, definitely no, people. You cannot do a subject like mathematics by just reading English. You need to work on it, which means this material is a complement to your questions which are given in your study material. You will have to complement this material with your study material, understand what kind of exercise questions are there in study material, use this as a reference point to understand how to approach the question, and then solve those questions. That also needs to be done. But doing it alone will take efforts, especially for a subject like maths where you're already very phobic to it. You will not do it on your own. Therefore, what I have also done, people, is that for those people who want to try doing the subject, on their own, every question of the study material in exercise has already been solved by me. This material of Concept 101 was not designed just by reading the study material, people. I personally went into every question, solved every question myself, understood what is happening in the question, prepared summaries of this, and then that material came into existence, which means you have already all the solutions of the questions as well. All chapter-wise solutions of the questions will also be available to you for usage, so that you can first practice it from yourself. If there is any question which you did not understand or did not know how to approach, you can refer to this material and the material will come and tell you how to approach it. Cases where it is straightforward, you'll just find the answers. Cases where you need to learn a bit of a thing, the formulas are also given, the derivations are also given, the logics are also given, so that you can use that as a reference point as well. Yes, so that is also done in this material, people, which means today we are soft launching two things. One, the very beautiful Mathematics 101 concept guide, and the second, chapter-wise solutions of all study material questions of your first 7 chapters of mathematics. Both of them available for your disposal for the best extent possible. Now, let me also clarify to you, reading just the solutions may not help. Sometimes you may have confusions as to how have I arrived this number. So therefore, with no promises attached right now, I am eventually planning that for every chapter, exercise wise, I will personally shoot a YouTube video and upload it on the channel so that you can watch those videos if you are stuck at every question. At any question you are stuck, you can watch that video and the video will come and tell you how to derive the answer from that. Yes, so that is something which I am promising you right now. While yes, there is no deadline to it, but I will ensure that I do it as quick as possible. That is also something which is going to happen from my side. So yes, CA Foundation, free of charge, you should be able to cover the whole syllabus of 38 marks just by watching some YouTube recordings. That will also be done for you. Now, this brings the $1 million question. Rahul, a material you are giving to me, this beautiful material which you are giving to me, how much do I have to pay for this material to you so that I can access it? The people who are wanting to buy this material can buy this material for me at a price of free. I do not want a single rupee from any one of you. This whole material will be given to you for free of charge at your disposal, people. I am not here to make money. I am here to show you all the love I have for the subject of maths, and I want to pass on the love to you. So therefore, this material will be given to you for absolutely free of charge. Just go to the description box, you'll find a link, click on the link and the material will be available to you. I will also be putting the folder access to the chapter wise solutions as well, so that you can watch that as well, which means your CA Foundation mathematics preparations for your concept guide, your solutions and your YouTube videos will easily cover 38 marks of your syllabus without paying a single rupee to anyone for that matter. Mathematics already covered. Statistics, I know you can manage. Logical reasoning is the easiest of the lot, which means mathematics done and done. Imagine the breakthrough we are making today. Imagine the kind of difference we're making today. I am hereby declaring to every one of you that maths is no more going to be a nightmare. Maths is going to become the easiest subject which you are going to start feeling in your CA Foundation syllabus, and you're surely going to do very beautifully well there, with just a bit amount of a dedication, with just a bit amount of a discipline, and that mindset that yes, you want to do CA Foundation properly and excitingly. Let's do it together, people, is what my small request is. Give me a little bit of a support, a little bit of a dedication from your side, and I will ensure that all the months of efforts which I've spent in preparing this material, the kind of efforts I've gone into this material will be passed on to you, and you will realize the fruit of it as soon as possible. Yes, so that is what this material has been designed. I'm super excited to be launching this material to you and officially confirming my presence in CA Foundation, taking the subject of business mathematics for all of you. I look forward to everyone's support on this. I know the last 5 years have been amazing for me for CA Inter and CA Final. Students have given me amazing amount of love and support in the whole journey, and I look forward to getting the same support in the CA Foundation fraternity as well. So yes, if you are any of my past students, CA Inter, CA Final, and if you're watching this video, if you have any of your friends, relatives, siblings, any of your colleagues, any of your juniors, or any person for that matter who is going through CA Foundation and is looking forward to some exciting PDFs, exciting documents which can help them do mathematics well, I would strongly request you and ask for a simple support. Please share this video with all of them. Please share the documents with all of them. I am happy with everyone using this material as much as possible so that you can benefit out of it to the greatest extent possible. Show me this little bit of a support, people, and I will ensure I will reciprocate the same. I will try my level best to make this subject as fun as possible for all of you and show you the same amount of love and dedication I've shown to this material to the subject as well. I want to do that for all of you, but I just need that small amount of support. So yes, entering a new field, people, I know this is going to be challenging for me, but it's equally going to be exciting for both of us. So let's do it together and let's make this journey more successful as ever. I'm looking forward to helping you now in CA Foundation as well, so that you automatically reach out to me in CA Inter. We start this journey once again for direct taxation in CA Inter, direct taxation in CA Final, and then become that deserving CA which you want to become. So for all my CA Foundation students who are watching this videos, welcome to this course. I am looking forward to you becoming that amazing CA which you want to become, the dream which you are carrying in your hearts right now. In the next 4 years, you should be able to get through it. You should be able to get through it. We are standing here with all of you. Look forward to making this course a dream project for all of you, because yes, it is going to bear that fruit for all of you. That's it from my side for today, people. I'm looking forward to seeing you all very soon. If there is any doubts, any challenges, any confusions, feel free to reach out to me at my WhatsApp number 73389239295, and I will be helpful in whatever extent I can. I will try my level best to help you with whatever queries you have, whatever issues you have, and we can do this together. That's all from my side. Take care, people. Looking forward to a great journey with all of you in the CA fraternity. A very happy learning to all of you. See you. Bye bye.